Okay, that might keep happening. I'm still not 100% from the cold. And to be honest, I'm still coughing my lungs out. However, I'm going to try and not cough in your ear so much. So if you suddenly hear um, the microphone go down so that you can't actually hear me, that's because I've turned it off. You may occasionally hear coughing from somewhere else in the background. My entire family's sick, and we've all got the same crud. I am going to keep talking to a minimum because, to be honest, the more I talk, the more likely I'm going to cough. So anyway, we're going to get started with this franchise mode. We have limited resources, limited money, limited conservation credits, and we have to work within the budget, which means until I can build up a lot of money, the habitats are going to be pretty much bare bones. Now, I'm also not going to have a fancy gate or an entry or anything like that. I do plan on having a little staff area because those are necessary. But it's been a while since I've done franchise mode. You can tell. But like I said, we're going to have a bare bones staff facility. Nothing gets decorated to start off with. Nothing. And I'll be fine with replacing all this after we build up some money. But to start off with, it's just not going to happen. And of course, the big fancy facilities that are like huge, those are not going to happen either. Because like I said, we're working on a budget. We've only got $36,000. Put down 3 staff buildings. And we're already down to $36,948. So as you can tell, we have to play it money wise. I know a lot of people go, well, if you're gonna do franchise, you don't have to put down a quarantine in a hospital right away. It's either pay now or pay later. There's no real difference. So I prefer to pay now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I missing? Right. There's our staff area. Like I said, we will make it fancier later. There is one thing I want to do here. I kind of want to set a boundary. This is going to be as close to that line as I'm going to build, except for staff facilities. I'm not going to put any any habitats closer than that line. That's where the beginning of our zoo is going to be. Well, that kind of sucks. Like that. That'll be our fancy pants entrance right here, okay? This will be our fancy pants entrance. Just because I really hate it when guests walk through walls, I'm going to put these things here. I know it's a personal peeve. It doesn't really matter if they walk through the walls, but it's a thing, okay? Leave me alone. Sorry about that. I'm going to try and hit my my microphone to turn it off whenever I feel a coughing fit coming on. But if I don't actually make it in time, I apologize ahead of time. Again, sorry about that. I have a cough drop now. Hopefully that will help. Okay, what I'm going to be putting in here is a habitat for the warthog. Warthog is a really good starting animal for a franchise zoo. It's inexpensive, yet it's got just enough appeal to to appeal. I'm gonna have to adjust the path, obviously. Again, I'm sorry for not talking so much, but as you've already seen, I start talking a lot and suddenly I'm coughing. I'd really rather not cough in your ear the entire episode. I was originally hoping to talk a little more, tell you, what the plan is, why I was choosing to start with the warthogs. You know, tips and tricks that I've learned playing this game. About franchise mode and about starting and about all that number. I'm trying to be very careful with how much I say and how long I talk because I don't want to trigger another coughing fit. And there I go, triggering a coughing fit. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to the time lapse. We're going to do a speed build. And that way I don't have to talk. But, I am doing warthogs because they're inexpensive, they're surprisingly popular, and they're just a really good animal with which to start. So I'm going to go ahead and get this build done, and I will talk to you later, guys. See you after the build. Okay, folks, here we go. We've got our interior building, their exterior habitat. I'm going to try and put a building like this on every habitat just because I think it looks better with an attached building. The guest seems to like it. The Warthogs certainly appreciate it. I don't have any other guest facilities, no restrooms, no snack bars yet, no gift shops. Those will come with time as we build up money. As you may notice, I took us all the way down to about $8,000, and now we're only just now to 10.5. So, yeah, as time progresses, we will add more animals. One of the things I'm thinking about doing is putting our next animal in this same habitat and making it a combined habitat. What do you think? Should I make it a warthog ostrich habitat? I think that would be kind of cool. Hey, NECA is having her babies. You may have noticed that I replaced the males. It's because it turns out that all those wonderful, inexpensive, high-value albino warthogs were all from the same breeder, which means they were all related. So I had a male that was like related to the females. I had to, give that up because obviously. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm glad to start another franchise zoo. I was sorry to let the Apple Valley Zoo go because it still had a lot of potential, but I was beginning to see bugs and lag. And when you see bugs and lag, that means it's time to give it up. The more complex your zoos get, the more buggy and more laggy they get. And it's just a sad fact of the game. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will talk to you later. And I apologize for coughing in your ear. Hopefully by the next time we do an episode, I won't be coughing my lungs up. And believe me, right now I am fighting a coughing fit as I say this. So I'm going to turn my microphone off now and cough. Much better. Okay, guys. I will talk to you in the next episode, which may be just me adding ostriches to this habitat. And if it is, I will also do some work. I'll wait until we have some excess money and I'll do some work on the habitat, like changing out the fences for custom fences and things like that. Let me know what you think. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye, guys.
There's a solution, you could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for conservation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through. But you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it. That planet to grab your shovel. There's work to do, the world's in trouble. You gotta